Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, let's just do a nice free flow reading for the beginning of the week. I've just been looking at some cards. I don't really use that often. Actually, I haven't really chose many. The Tarot Grand Lux. I don't know if I want to use the Rider-Waite. I've got out the Sacred Language of Colour. And I've got some messages from heaven. And the Everyday Tarot. And I haven't used these in a while. Angels of Light cards. Let's see what the story wants to say today. Let's just start with these Tarot Grand Lux. Okay, I want to keep my table clean. We've got the Eight of Wands on the bottom now. And it's heading right for you, whatever it is. It's heading straight for you. Okay. These cards smell lovely. They remind me of the smell of American dollars. Okay. Smells like currency. I think it has a different smell, but hey. Okay. We've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so the peacocks really shouted out at me. Pride came through. And then we've got the Knight of Wands. The Queen of Swords with the Knight of Wands. Well, he looks quite fiery. He looks like he's a bit of a bat. A bat out of hell. The Emperor. What's he got there? He's got some kind of declaration. The Star. I wasn't sure if the Star was looking toned or like skinny, a bit bony. She just seems a little bit grey here. As if maybe she's rejuvenating her sparkle. But I feel here about this. I was going to say the spa's health. So, the Divine Feminine, most definitely looking after her own needs, her own sparkle, not allowing anyone to dull her sparkle. That might be where the Queen of Swords comes in with the pride. This next row here, it looks like the Divine Masculine's working his way through the gateway. And kind of into the magical land of innocence. To the connection. We're going to have to figure this out a bit because we've got a masculine here who doesn't... He's kind of roaring out of hell, but I feel it's towards the Divine Feminine to help to restore her health. Yeah, okay, so the Six of Swords, moving on. I want to say that's the feminine there up front. And I feel this is the masculine here. I don't know, the word spa come up, so really giving the Divine Feminine a retreat. A retreat. It's definitely something about her regaining her health. It's like she looks a bit pasty. And I feel here as if the Divine Masculine has maybe picked up on this. Okay. So this is the underlying energy. It doesn't look like you're going to bad places. It's quite a nice little boat they've got here. I'm not saying the divine masculine wants to be the divine feminine's servant, but he wants to take care of her needs rather than his own at the moment. Okay. So we've got the pride. It's just what I feel here of the divine feminine. I feel as if she can just keep going and going. She is the truth bearer, bringer. Be interesting to see what these actually want to say in the book. Maybe we'll do that first before I show you. I'll show you as we go along. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords has a sharp mind, but also a playful sense of humour, evident in her half smile. She is committed to seeing and speaking the truth, but is not judgmental. Along with her beautiful peacock, she radiates positive energy. Now, I've picked up that maybe this has kind of dulled a bit. This positive energy. She has a sharp mind, but also a playful sense of humour. This is kind of what the masculine's rebuilding. He's looking at rebuilding. And I feel like it's a sanctuary for the divine feminine. That's what he's working on. I've just kind of really mixed up the order of those. Well, I've kind of gone backwards and then we're going to jump to the end card. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? He's done a good job. So we've had the Queen of Swords. With her beautiful peacock, she radiates positive energy. Okay, well, the next card is the masculines who look quite fired up. Felt like he was a bat out of hell. First of all, we saw the Six of Wands, and I said it's coming straight for you. And it looks like it's the divine masculine's energy here. His warrior spirit. Let's see what the Knight of Wands wants to say. The imposing knight is always quite sure of himself, yet the pair of dragons near his heart adds fire to the flames of his inner passion and intensifies his bravado even more. Lily's irritated. So this imposing knight is always quite sure of himself, yet the pair of dragons near his heart adds fire to the flames of his inner passion and intensifies his bravado even more. Wow. Dragonheart. Is there a film called that? I don't know what that's about, but Dragonheart's coming through. We've got the Emperor. I said he was holding something, some kind of declaration. Let's have a look. Mr. Emperor. He seems to have concern for the star energy, the divine feminine. Unlike a monarchy, where a king or queen has a hereditary position, an emperor is a position gained through personal endeavour. This card is about power and political manipulation, along with whatever necessary allegiances and support come with it. This kind of personal achievement reflects the reality of circumstances rather than privilege. So the reality of circumstances, and I feel here the very protective energy here, coming from the masculines towards the feminines here. You're going to have to stay down, sweetie. Good girl. This kind of personal achievement reflects the reality of circumstances rather than privilege. The writing on the scroll translates as authority, not truth, makes law. A somewhat cynical Roman proverb that I consider to be equally appropriate in contemporary times. In his other hand is a Fasces, a bundle of sticks, and a small axe. As separate elements, the sticks are inherently weak and breakable. That's what I feel like the Divine Feminine looks: weak, breakable. Okay. But together, as a combined force, they strengthen and become unbreakable. I want to sing, "This love is unbreakable." Don't even know who sang that. The axe symbolises the rule of law that oversees and keeps that combined force under control. The fascist symbolism and the word itself is the basis of the political term. I don't know how to say these words, guys. Fascism? We're going to have to look it up. I choose to include this symbolism because it is easily understood and applicable in other periods and political circumstances. So very masculine words here, but I don't know. Okay, let's have a look. I want to I don't know why it doesn't want to find it. Why don't we find it? How bizarre is that? Better make sure I'm spelling it right, hadn't I? Okay, I've managed to get onto the dictionary.
Fasces.
Fasces. Fasces.
Fasces.
Fasces. A bundle of rods with a projecting axe blade, carried by a lictor in ancient Rome as a symbol of a magistrate's power, and used as an emblem of authority in fascist Italy. Okay. How interesting that, look what it's showing. It's showing coins though. And I said about money. Notes. I think we're just going to have to leave it there. It's just really not telling me much more, and every time I try and search for it, it just kind of, I don't know, let's skip it. Okay, let's turn that off. So now we have the star. Let's see what's going on with the star here, because I didn't feel that she was at her full health. After the destruction of the preceding tower card, the star offers hope and proverbial light at the end of the tunnel. In creating this card, I reproduced the concept, the figure and the scene shown on the additional Marcellus and Rider-Waite decks. Oh, sorry, they're different. Okay. I reproduced the concept, the figure and the scene shown on the... So, okay, they reproduced the original. Here the figure kneels in the water and we see her self-reflection. I have included a single star to represent inspiration. Since heavenly bodies shift in the sky over time, I felt it was unnecessary to include the 7 additional stars often shown in tarot symbolism. So I feel here the masculine's just really focusing on this one star. On the feminine, she is kneeling, which makes me feel that she's weak. Okay. she's kneeling and she's self-reflections going on here. The pride. It's like she won't let anybody really know, though. Let's have a look at this, but I feel the Divine Masculine knows. The Three of Coins. He's busy here. The scaffolding's up. Okay. Or he could be building bridges. Could be some grand bridge here going on. Hold on, I can have a look. He's got a sketch of what he's doing. Some archways he's got there. Let's have a look. Three of Coins. This card shows a craftsman, someone who knows and is proficient at his trade. This is labour, to be sure, but also a labour of love. There is pride and satisfaction in both the process and the end results. So I feel as if the masculine's really working here. I feel like to get this done so that he's ready to walk in. He's either walking through this or he's preparing it for the feminine to walk through. Feels like some kind of playground. The Two of Wands. A fork in the road represents a choice that has to be made. The gate is open, the future awaits. But which path? Which direction? Which colour? Will it be a random choice, leaving our fate to chance, or one based on being informed and evaluating options? I feel the masculine's evaluating options now. This is his choice. I feel like he's put his foot down somewhere. Then we come to the Six of Cups. Straight away, it just kind of took me to that playground, fairy tales. The land of imagination. The land of make-believe. Bit of Bucks Fizz going on there. Okay. The land of make-believe. Okay. Let's have a look. Six of Cups. I'm going to the Lovers. The Major Arcana, the Six. Whereabouts are you in here? Cups. Oh, okay. I saw you. Some of the cups before us are seen clearly. Others fade into the background like sweet childhood memories of simpler times and soft furry friends. A captured, idealistic moment silhouetted against a warm evening sun. That's all it says. That silhouette there reminded me of that picture I got of the shadow of what looked like an angel. I shared it on the Facebook page. It just, it's like look for signs and synchronisations maybe. What's lurking in the shadows? Well, we've got the connection, the Four of Wands here. The natural canopy of four wands and a decorative pavilion provide a perfect setting for a celebration, a marriage possibly, or some announcement of positive news. Well, that's good to hear. So it looks like there's positive news on the way for the Divine Feminine. I think the masculine's very much sensing that maybe she could be quite drained. And he wants to help, to support her. It's like it's his top priority here. Being the only star. Okay, what's the bottom of the... Oh, I've already checked the bottom of the deck. Moving on. Let's get the Everyday Tarot. Because things can change every day. hour to hour, not even every day. You just don't know what's around the corner. Maybe the Ten of Cups. You're happily ever after. Okay. Let's look at this Queen of Swords, because I picked up on her pride. Her feeling a little bit defensive. She is, they said, you know, she has this half smile here, so she's quite witty. I think she's quite good at covering up. And not really letting people know what's going on behind the scenes due to her pride. Yeah, the burden of the Divine Feminine. So she is feeling the weight of doing everything that she feels alone, being alone. And it's draining. But she's carrying on. It's like she's on her way home. Let's read what it says. She's on her way home, but she's feeling burdened. So, 10 of Wands. You are taking on extra burdens, workloads and responsibility. You know it is only temporary, so you are willing to put in the hard work now to accomplish your goal and reap the rewards later. Masculine's very aware that the Divine Feminine has been kind of taking the lead. And it's like, but she knew that it would be temporary until the Masculine stepped forth. Looks like he's stepping forth to take the pressure off of her. This Knight of Wands. He's got dragons around his heart. I feel like he's got... I don't know. What do bats have? It's their hearing. Not great eyesight, is it? But they have good hearing. So, the telepathy, I want to say here. The Divine Masculine is hearing. It's like he's hearing what's going on behind the scenes with the feminine. The emotional loss. So even though he has his back to the Two of Cups, it's like his attention here is on, I want to say the burden, just the loss. So his focus has been on those Two of Cups. Now we've got the Emperor who's got some kind of declaration going on, some kind of bundle of twigs, sticks, and a little axe. I can't really remember what that meant. It feels very much just like something that the masculines go through, something that they get, they can comprehend. Yeah, it's like, first of all, it was like something for the masculines, not really for the feminines to worry about. They do know what they're doing. There's an archway there. Wanting the feminine to rest, rejuvenate, recharge. So the masculine may have felt like a drop in the feminine's energy. We've got the Star here. She's kneeling. Self-reflecting here. Regarding the legacy. If you can see here, the masculine's quite prominent in this picture. It's like, oh, okay, it's like he's the caring companion. Maybe we'll name it that. Feels like the Divine Masculine wants to be the caring companion. Just to take charge of things for a while so that the feminine can actually just relax and enjoy. States here she's been working hard, but it was only temporary and she knew that. So I feel the feminine's energy is starting to settle down. Whether that's in preparation, it will be a natural thing. But it looks like the feminines are starting to settle down now. Masculines are here. Maybe they're taking over the foundations. So if the feminines here have one arch, maybe they've already built one arch and now they're visualising the other one, which it looks like the masculine's working on. Whilst she rests. Let's have a look. Looks like storms. He may have been halted on any kind of progress. Okay, I need to get my words out. We're at the beginning of the year. Looks like the storms have passed. They're just clearing, which means you can get back to work. Nine of Cups. An independent masculine. This is a single masculine who's working on his own desires. What's he looking at here? One more cup left to do. We did see the 10 of Cups. He's looking. He's got 9 cups, but he's looking at what's going on here with him working. It's that kind of smug card, but he's feeling very proud of himself. But it's like there's one thing left to do. Maybe it's the gates. The Wheel of Fortune, destiny. It's actually movement for the masculine to actually, he's looking at what he should be doing or needs to do or what he's done maybe. And then this arrow here is pointing him to the gate. So I feel like he's ready. It's time to make that move. But if, excuse me, it feels here as if once he's through this gate, he's into the land of make-believe. Time for a celebration though. Pop open that champagne. Let's look at this 6 of Cups. He is the King of Swords, but he looks very much like he's sitting on a cup here. Excuse me. It looks like he's a child, maybe. He's in this oversized, like, kind of cup of love. He does look like the Queen of Swords would normally sit and summon. So it's like he's summoning the Divine Feminine to come and play. I don't know if you guys who don't kind of come from the UK know who the tweenies are, but that's why I wanted to sing. It was like, hey, hey, are you ready to play? It's time to come and play with the tweenies. Hey, hey, what do you say? Come along and play with the tweenies. You can sing with us, play games with us. Don't know the words. You can jump about and scream and shout. All right, tweenies. Let's look at this. The 4 of Wands. Oh dear. There it is. The abundance in that archway. Could be marriage. But it looks like beautiful flowers here are going to be growing. In comes the Knight. It's like when I was going to say when unhappiness gets too much, but it was like when happiness gets too much. And I think that that's this overload that's going to be coming for the masculine. It's just going to be happy. Happy. And that's the gateway he needs to step through into the land of make-believe. Okay. Let's get some Oracle. Angels of Light cards. I've got tweenies in my mind now. Fun, of course. Your guidance is to take time to enjoy yourself. Relax and find your sense of humour and treat things lightly. Fun brings lightness of spirit, and the most difficult situation can be eased if you see the funny side of things, so cultivate a sense of the ridiculous. How can you bring play, laughter and fun into your social life, your relationships and your work life? Don't know. Well, I do know. I know lots of ways. But the masculine's kind of got some ideas as well. Okay, looks like that's what he's planning on. When you have fun, the angels rejoice, for there is nothing they love more than joy, play, humour and laughter. The affirmation is, I master my emotions. I said like he felt like he was sitting on this big cup of love. It's like he's allowed love just to like swallow him up. He's ready for some fun. I think the Divine Feminine is as well. She's been trying to have fun. It's no fun alone. It's like she wants a caring companion, a play buddy. Let's get another one. Interesting. Opportunity. We are all presented with opportunities and are expected to flow with the currents that come our way. Drawing this angel card suggests that something is now being made available to you, and it is up to you to use it to your greatest advantage. Be alert, be aware and be prepared. You can of course make your own opportunities. If you knock on enough doors, one will inevitably be open to you. So you are also reminded to persevere, for it may be that a door which was previously locked has now been opened a crack. Quieten your mind and ask the angels to help you. Affirmation, I am ready for all opportunities. The opportunity, this gateway, this doorway is open to the land of make-believe, look. Okay. Drawing this angel card suggests that something is now being made available to you, and it is up to you to use it to your greatest advantage. He's ready. It seems like he's ready. Dithering about. I'm not going to even look up that word, but if it feels right. Let's get to secret language of colour. And some coffee, of course. What's this card here? Come out. Oh, okay. Pink. Let love in. Perfect. Look at them tulips. Pink. Oh, I can feel the Divine Masculine getting blushed. Going a bit pink in the face. Okay. 4. Oh, I was going to get some coffee. Okay. Pink is the energy of unconditional love, opening your heart and helping to heal heart problems. It assists with releasing emotional challenges and brings tranquility. Pink also helps with insomnia and the manifestation of dreams. So awesome. Okay. So let's see whether or not we'll be sleeping a bit better, but we're definitely manifesting like crazy at the moment. So let's manifest them dreams. Open your heart with delicate pink colours. Become aware of any tension in your body. Sorry, it just says love. It's like a practice that you can practice. Become aware of any tension in your body. Take a deep breath and allow your body to soften. Focus on letting go of any hardness or density. Close your eyes and imagine you are holding the most beautiful pink flower. Breathe in its sweet scent, inviting its beauty and delicateness to open your heart. Then imagine pink light from the flower flowing into your heart and filling it up with unconditional love. Now think of someone you love and allow the love you feel to pour from your heart into his or hers. Savour that feeling of love and connectiveness. Say, divine love, pour your healing light into my heart softening, purifying it, and rejuvenating it so that it is shiny, loving, and full of enthusiasm. Okay. So I feel here, the Divine Feminine needs topped up, needs to top herself up or be topped up with some just caring environments. That's all it's coming. Caring consideration. I think that's going to top her up. Some caring consideration. Okay. Let's actually get one because I didn't get a chance to. So we've got let love in. Feel that connection from your heart to theirs. And we have Cyan. Build your confidence. Card number 35. That card's quite bright. Bright on the eyes. Bright eyes. Okay, let's carry on. Cyan strengthens your confidence and belief in yourself, balancing the systems of your body and giving you clarity in times when you need to make choices. It also helps release stress to attain peace and relaxation and can be very helpful in fine-tuning your communication abilities. Build your confidence with the help of Cyan Circle. With the help of a Cyan Circle. All I can see is Cyan, but we're missing the G. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in. As you breathe out, allow yourself to completely let go of all the stress and tension in your body. Take in another slow breath and visualise a deep cyan colour filling your whole body. Then as you breathe out, relax. If I can breathe at all. So breathe, okay. Confidence. I've already done this part. Imagine a big cyan circle in front of you. Focus on the different qualities that make a person feel confident. They might be things like knowing what you are doing, feeling good about yourself, feeling happy, getting what you want, and so on. Place all these qualities into the cyan circle and then visualise stepping into the circle yourself. Breathe in all of those qualities, allowing yourself to become more confident and empowered. When you feel completely confident, clap your hands 3 times. Say, I now embrace my confidence, happiness and clarity, and walk out of the circle. From now on, every time you need an extra boost, clap your hands together 3 times and breathe in confidence from your cyan circle. Felt like the Divine Masculine just needed, look, this could be the circle that he needs to step out of. Needs the confidence. Clap your hands 3 times and do it. It's like clicking your heels 3 times going, there's no place like home. It's like clap your hands and make it happen. Okay. Interesting. Let's get some messages from heaven now that I can actually talk again. Felt like I was clearing my throat chakra. Felt like I was choking on it. Okay. It's about communication. Oh, these feel a bit snappy. Messages from heaven are quite snappy. Okay, be nice. They're always nice. Okay, I'll take those 2. Talk to us. We are still listening. So this is connected. This reminds me of my husband. My husband said that he would be an owl if he came back. I've not really come across them. My children have. But I do actually talk to him, so maybe the owl isn't so necessary to give me the clarity. But the wise old owl said that the cards were feeling a bit snappy. So if you're not connecting with spirits and talking with your ancestors, talk to us. We are still listening. It's a card 10. You can chat to those in the spirit realms as they will hear you. As you speak to them, you may even sense their reply. Your connection will grow stronger and they love to know what you think of them often. They say share your life thoughts and feelings with us. We love to stay connected. I would say this could be the masculines here planning. We've had the grandparents, the parents coming through, the connection, following your intuition. I said like his hearing was like supersonic. Hearing. Listen to your inner voice as we try to guide you. Use your intuition. That tulip's just tiptoeing through the tulips. Look how beautiful. Okay, let's read the message 21. Listen to your inner voice as we try to guide you. Use your intuition. For the masculines, I feel it is for the masculines. Obviously, as the feminine, take it on board. This applies to us all, but it seems that this is what's going on with the masculines at the moment. You have a natural psychic ability that helps you to make great decisions. You can feel when something is wrong or right. Your body brings you signals deep inside. When you have to make choices, ask yourself, is this right? You will feel your answer. Your loved ones say, we will help you to connect to your own natural intuition so that you can guide yourself. Okay. Let's get a Greek mythology. Lily's zonked out. She's staying out of the picture today. She's only there just sleeping. I was saying about how I've been very tired and just been resting, not fighting against it. Tai Chi, fortune. I'm sure this speaks about how the feminine, I could be wrong, I'm sure this speaks about how the feminine, wherever she is, like the masculines are protected. Okay, let's just have a look. Because we've got those drawings that we keep seeing, well, I keep seeing on the Psychic Tarot deck, them drawings that are going up the wall, the etchings kind of guiding, we've been speaking about it, that flame. Don't know if this is a role reversal here. So let's have a look. Tai Chi was the goddess of fortune. You can call on her now to bring you the luck or prosperity you need. It was said in ancient Greece that with Tai Chi on your side, you could outstrip the achievements of those who are stronger or more able than yourself. Understanding this stronger together. But I feel it's the divine masculines actually very strong at the moment. The feminine's coming out as being quite, I don't want to say weak, but tired, needing to rest. For instance, if you are applying for a job and Tai Chi approves it, then you may be chosen above the most obvious candidates. One writer described how Tai Chi could give light to darkness and a way forward when things have reached an impasse or become stuck. If Tai Chi chose to sit aboard a sailing ship, which she most definitely is here, she's standing. Unless she's the little one. If Tai Chi chose to sit aboard a sailing ship, then it would be preserved and not smashed on the rocks. It was said that if she had a hand on the rudder, it would be guided safely. Rich abundance was hers to award if she saw fit. That's the masculines here. And it looks like she's allowing him to guide her to safety. You now have fortune on your side, so you can reach for the equivalent of Aladdin's lamp and make your wishes. Good luck should come as a result, and you are now blessed with hope and opportunity. Okay. feels that that's for the Divine Feminine. You're now blessed with hope and opportunity. Okay. Let's get a Journey of Love. And I want to get a Sacred Spirit card. How long have I been on for? Okay. Let's start with the Sacred Spirit. Spiritual guidance for your life journey. Third eye vision. Reclaim your mind. It's definitely going on, something going on here with messages coming through for the masculines with them connecting here. 36. Liberate your vulnerability. I find it hard to say that word. Reclaim your mind. The third eye chakra is located along the brow line with its axis point between the eyes. Every individual has a third eye, but not all choose to open. In ancient times and across different cultures, the third eye was an asset. The ancient Egyptians, Greeks and Hindus all viewed the third eye and pineal gland as a gateway, pineal gland, as a gateway to the heavens, expanding consciousness and higher wisdom, known as Sanskrit. These words kill me. Well, not quite literally, but okay. Known in Sanskrit as ajna. Its meaning is command and perceiving. This multi-dimensional door allows individual glimpses into different realms, as well as remote viewing, distant healing, visionary experiences and energetic practices. Using third eye vision requires careful practice. Psychic debris, energetic distortions and imbalanced frequencies can stick to the third eye chakra and to an individual's aura and energy bodies. This can leave you with emotional disturbance, insomnia or nightmares, a negative outlook on life or mysterious physical aches, pains or illness. Currently you may be feeling forgetful, moody and extremely sensitive to smells, lights and taste. Visual stimulation is overpowering. Now is the time to reclaim your mind, satisfy your needs first, instead of people pleasing. Right now, feelings of vulnerability will rise to the surface. Fear of self-exposure and judgment will influence your current relationships. Try to avoid crowds and busy places as collective mental energy will influence your state of mind. Continually trying to protect yourself from harsh criticism and personal judgments will keep you in a defensive mindset and influence your decision making. Intuitively, don't rush into a third eye experience. Take it slow and seek a suitable teacher to avoid spiritual risks. If you wish to intensify or gain third eye visions more regularly, activate and decalcify your, I don't know how you say that word, pineal gland through visualized meditation. Okay, the shadow aspect is delusion, studious and self-sacrificing. The affirmation, I see clearly and accurately through my mind's eye. I've been speaking to a few people that are really finding it hard to actually be in public places. And you can hear it all. So see what you're like when you're out, if you're picking up on people's energies a lot more than what you used to. Okay, that might be why you're needing to retreat. This solitude. It's just too much. For your sensory system. Especially as I've picked up on the masculine's got kind of a supersonic kind of hearing here. a lot of chatter. Okay, let's get this journey of love. Oh, struggling with the pronunciations today, guys. Getting my words out correctly. The cloak is the bottom of the deck. We'll see what this message says, and I think I might end on this one. The spaces between the words. I'm speaking about, you know, struggling with words today. 24. Let's do this, and I'm going to wrap this reading up. When we look for guidance, we often look for words that clarify, reassurance and help us find our authentic path through the chaos. Yet there is also guidance in the spaces between the words, between each letter, between all the happenings in our lives, where there is nothing to be said, where there are no lines to be coloured in, where there is just openness. Those are the times when we need to freestyle. We need to do or not do based on what is happening for us right in the moment. Often there is far less to do than we think. Often we don't need to think. There is a space forming around you now. Sometimes when we sense this subconsciously, we feel exhilarated and excited, anxious and nervous, and not even sure why. There is a sense perhaps that we wouldn't mind having a map of this unknown terrain. Or perhaps we are happy to wing it and make it up as we go. Either way, there is a space to just be. It is a receiver for the divine presence. If you have a lot of space of unknowing around you now or within you, then just know that there is a lot of divine presence to be received. It can't be explained really. It happens between the words, and yet without it, there wouldn't be any words, any guidance at all. The oracle speaks to you. Enter the space and let go, for your time to receive is upon you. Be blessed. Keep speaking about like this circle, this space. Okay. The poem is Daybirth. The eastern rise of time, on newborn wings, bursts out across the lifeless crowd and sings its climb to heights unknown, of beauty, warmth and power upon its throne, to fade again in western sky, and only for a moment lie, before it takes its course again, to breathe once more in heart of man. I don't want to end there, I'm going to get something else. Man, we're chinking away here. Okay, what do we want to end on? Oh, it takes me to a bloody Rumi. Let's do it, Rumi. It's like I can never get bored of these. I'd like some more decks like this in the Mother Mary to kind of end up the readings on. I feel the journey of love isn't quite long enough, the message. Okay, let's end on a Rumi. Let's see what the message is today. Hey, hey, are you ready to play? Let's find out. The Dissolving Light, card number 3. Not had this card in a while. I died as mineral and became a plant. I died as plant and rose to animal. I died as animal and I became human. Why should I fear anything? When was I ever less by dying? Rumi. Dare to take my hand and become set alight with holy fire, my cherished one. Step forward with me, let us burn together, dissembled in the light that cannot be extinguished. This is the light that burns with such incandescent truth that no falsehood can withstand its audacious vibrancy. Come with me now to the light. Together we shall melt into truth. There is a light so intense, so powerful, that nothing other than itself, its own truth, can exist in its presence. It is the sacred seed, the star of your being, lit up from within. It is the light that never goes out. It is the light that is so powerful, it is beyond duality of light and dark, cannot ever be extinguished or diminished, and quite simply beyond all logic, just is. Certainly no lie or deception, no boundary or defence can remain intact in its presence. The blazing divinity of this light sears through any pretense, annihilates illusions, and takes us into stark experience of divine truth. It is gentleness, and yet it cannot be overcome. It is enduring power, and yet it is tender. Though we seek the divine, and even though you seek the divine, and even know it as love, you also know that it is fierce, wild, inexplicable, and demanding beyond all measure. It wants you, completely, utterly, and without condition. There will be times in your life, such as now, when there is something not worthy of you that must be released. This is a falsehood, a lie or deception of some sort that you have come to believe about yourself, your life, or perhaps even another. You may know what the deception is, or it may be about to be unveiled. It is not a cause for fear or concern, but for celebration. An illusion has or soon will be released, and you shall become freer, free in a way that only truth can provide. This oracle comes to you as a sign of that which is to come, and soon. The beloved divine presence is calling to you, igniting within your deepest being, so that it may have its way with you. The divine wishes to live through you and into the world, reaching into the hearts of many, and igniting those hearts into greater life. It is a clever and insatiable lover. It will stop at nothing until the entire human race is restored to the wild divine freedom of ecstatic divine reunion, completely and utterly ignited in love. And so the great lover, the divine, calls for you to enter into the white-hot field of its passionate presence. There will be sizzle and burn. It cannot be otherwise. In the height of summer, you cast aside the layers of clothing you acquire in the winter. This is natural. You do not think twice about it. As you approach the radiant sun of divinity, your emotional and psychological layers are to be shed too, but they are too heavy for the heat of the great spiritual sun. What cannot stand the heavenly heat is to be cast aside swiftly by conscious choice, or shall simply burn up, dissolving in the light and melting away. What is left shall be what is true. So here is your guidance, sweet lover of the great beloved. Give it up, the smallness, the conditions, the fears and doubts, the lack of reverence for yourself and life, the belief that somehow things are not okay or aren't working out or aren't going to work out. That is all a paltry attempt at truth. You are coming into a truth now that is far more worthy of you, a truth with a capital T, the big truth, love, trust, surrender. This is about a sacred shedding without fear or holding back. Cast aside whatever would hold you back rather than free you to fly into your divine destiny. You are not to be the same from this moment on. That is the holy word, the word inscribed in living divine fire in your sacred heart. This oracle brings you guidance. Trust in your changing perspective and perceptions. Don't hold on to what you once believed or thought to be true. Allow yourself to be shown another version of events, another way of perceiving. Don't focus on what is not working in your current estimation of things, for that is nothing more than a passing opinion. You are being given an opportunity to see and know yourself, others and particular life circumstances very differently. Embrace it. Don't resist what is being shown to you. For even if there are some struggles in adjusting your view at first, ultimately the change in perception will free you and bring you more deeply into the wellspring of your own inner peace and happiness. The wellspring, I love that. We're definitely springing into spring passionately. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Have yourself a fantastic day. Thank you for sticking with me. It was a bit tough on me with the pronunciations, but hey, that's the way it goes. And I will catch up with you guys all soon. Okay, so much love. Take care. Bye for now.